You are 19 years old. You just spent your entire savings on a 10-year-old hatchback and you are driving home from work. Suddenly, a police BMW X5 lights up your rearview mirror and pulls you over onto the hard shoulder. The officer walks up to your window and tells you that the automatic number plate recognition cameras flagged your car as completely uninsured. The police national computer is showing a glaring red warning. You confidently pull out your smartphone. You show the officer the PDF certificate you bought off an insurance broker you found on Instagram. It has a legitimate company logo, your correct name, and your exact registration number. The officer looks at the screen, shakes his head, and radios for a flatbed recovery truck to seize your vehicle. In that exact moment, your life completely unravels. You just became one of the 1,000 UK drivers caught in the middle of a billion-pound criminal enterprise known as ghost broking. You're about to lose your car to the crusher, you are about to lose your driving license, and you're about to be blacklisted from the entire British financial system for the next 6 years. If you are sick and tired of a broken, extortionate insurance market that drives desperate people straight into the hands of organized crime syndicates, smash that subscribe button right now. We are exposing exactly how these phantom underwriters operate, the terrifying B2B clone apps designed to trick the police, and the catastrophic financial ruin waiting for you the second you have a crash with a voided policy. To understand how the criminal epidemic exploded, you have to look at the sheer scale of the money involved. The Association of British Insurers recently published their internal data for 2024. Detected fraudulent general insurance claims reached an absolutely staggering £1.16 billion. But within that massive theatre of fraud, motor insurance remains the absolute epicenter. In 2024 alone, the industry detected 51,700 specific motor scams with an aggregated value of £576 million. That represents 53% of all fraudulent claims made in the United Kingdom throughout the entire year. At the exact same time, the insurers had to intercept and block an estimated 684,800 fraudulent applications before they even went live. Within this chaos, ghost broking is surging exponentially. The Insurance Fraud Bureau reported a massive 52% increase in ghost broking activity between 2022 and 2024. Action Fraud, the National Reporting Center for Cybercrime, recorded a 24% annual spike. But here is the thing the industry refuses to admit in their glossy press releases. This shadow economy exists purely because the legitimate insurance market has priced an entire generation of drivers completely off the road. Legitimate insurance is priced through rigorous actuarial science. Underwriters assess your age, your postcode, your occupation, and your vehicle type to calculate a premium that accurately reflects your statistical risk. Legitimate brokers are strictly governed by the Financial Conduct Authority. They hold professional indemnity insurance, and they have an absolute legal duty to protect your money. Ghost brokers operate entirely outside this regulated perimeter. They possess no FCA authorization, they hold no agency agreements with underwriters, and they do not assess risk. Instead, they systematically falsify it. They exploit the digital interfaces of direct-to-consumer insurance portals, manipulating the algorithms designed to generate quotes. When a ghost broker sells you a policy, they are not brokering a transfer of risk. They are facilitating a massive breach of contract that leaves you entirely exposed to criminal prosecution. Ghost broking is a highly adaptable fraud that relies on digital obfuscation and social engineering. Investigators from the City of London Police and major insurers like Aviva have identified 3 primary methods these syndicates use to steal your money. The first and most prevalent method is the falsification of application data, commonly known in the trade as fronting. The fraudster acts as a proxy intermediary. They collect your authentic personal details, but they submit heavily altered variables to the insurer's quotation engine to artificially depress the price. They will change your date of birth to make you 10 years older. They will alter your vehicle's overnight storage address from a high-risk street in London to a sleepy rural postcode in the Scottish borders. They will falsify how long you've held your license and lie about your occupation. Once the fraudulently obtained, ultra-cheap policy is formally issued by the legitimate insurer, the ghost broker deploys PDF editing software. They alter the official policy schedules and certificates, overwriting the falsified data with your true details before emailing the paperwork. You pay the fraudster the agreed-upon premium, plus a completely arbitrary brokerage fee. You drive away believing you hold valid coverage because the policy technically exists on the insurer's database, but because it was created using deliberate material misrepresentation, the insurer retains the absolute legal right to void the policy from the very beginning the second a claim is filed. The second method is the cancellation and refund trap. In this variation, the ghost broker actually uses your authentic, accurate details to secure a genuine policy. You transfer the full £1,000 annual premium directly to the fraudster's bank account. The fraudster then uses their own payment architecture or frequently stolen credit card details to pay the legitimate insurer and activate the policy. Shortly after the genuine policy documentation drops into your inbox, the ghost broker exercises your 14-day statutory cooling-off period. They contact the insurer and abruptly cancel the policy. The legitimate insurer processes the cancellation and refunds the premium directly back to the fraudster's original payment method. The ghost broker vanishes, pocketing both your initial payment and the refunded premium from the insurer. You are left driving completely uninsured, entirely oblivious to the fact your legal coverage was terminated mere days after you bought it. The third method bypasses the legitimate insurance industry entirely. It relies strictly on graphic design software and documentation cloning. Fraudsters generate highly convincing counterfeit certificates of motor insurance using the stolen branding, registered logos, and typography of renowned UK underwriters like Admiral or Direct Line. No actual policy is ever purchased, and no data is ever transmitted to the motor insurance database. You pay £2,000 for a completely useless piece of digital paper. Ghost brokers do not cast their nets blindly. They deploy highly precise digital marketing strategies to exploit specific demographics that face structural disadvantages within the UK market. The explosion of this epidemic is inextricably linked to platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and WhatsApp. Action Fraud reported that social media facilitated car insurance scams literally doubled in 2024. The absolute primary victims are young drivers aged between 17 and 25. This demographic is structurally penalized by legitimate actuarial algorithms due to their lack of experience, which means they face exorbitant legal premiums, currently averaging around £3,100 annually in major urban centres. Desperate for affordable mobility to access university or an apprenticeship, this group is highly susceptible to digital advertisements promising drastically reduced rates. Aviva's comprehensive market research reveals a terrifying reality. A full 30% of young drivers have actively engaged with or purchased car insurance from individuals operating illegally on social media platforms. We have entirely normalized purchasing complex financial products through unregulated Instagram direct messages. The secondary targets are individuals who have recently relocated to the United Kingdom, undocumented migrants, and those with limited English proficiency. These cohorts are generally unfamiliar with the stringent regulatory frameworks governing the UK market. They do not know what the Financial Conduct Authority is, and they do not understand the absolute legal requirement for continuous insurance enforcement. Scammers frequently infiltrate specific community diaspora groups on platforms like WhatsApp or Facebook, offering guaranteed coverage without the need for extensive UK driving histories or credit checks. In a notable recent prosecution by the Insurance Fraud Enforcement Department, a fraudster was convicted specifically for systematically targeting Sudanese nationals living in the UK, exploiting linguistic and cultural barriers to sell fraudulent motor policies en masse. The scammers isolate vulnerable groups and drain them of their limited capital. The victimization of ghost broking extends far beyond the initial financial loss of the premium. According to Action Fraud, the average financial loss per victim sits at an agonizing £2,207. But the cash is only the beginning of the nightmare. To secure any insurance quote, you must surrender highly sensitive, personally identifiable information. You hand over your full legal name, your date of birth, your home address, your driving license number, and your banking details. Once a ghost broker has extracted your premium, they do not just delete your file. They can modify your personal data and sell it on dark web marketplaces. Analysis from the National SIRA Shared Risk Intelligence Consortium indicates a massive 93% surge in ghost broking victims having their identities reused for further criminal enterprise. Strikingly, 66% of identities harvested via ghost broking are subsequently deployed in cross-sector fraud attempts. That is the highest reuse rate of any fraud typology currently tracked. And this is where it gets incredibly dark. 19% of these stolen identities are utilized to construct what the industry calls Frankenstein synthetics. This is a highly sophisticated technique where organized crime syndicates splice your legitimate victim credentials with AI-generated or entirely fabricated information to create an engineered digital persona. Because these synthetic identities contain fragments of your real legitimate personal data, they successfully bypass traditional anti-money laundering and know your customer checks at major banks. The criminals use a Frankenstein version of you to facilitate massive downstream banking fraud, take out tens of thousands of pounds in bad credit, and completely destroy your financial footprint in the process. The profound danger of ghost broking lies in the delayed realization of the fraud. Unlike a standard consumer scam where you buy a laptop online and it never arrives, ghost broking victims typically operate under a sustained false illusion of security for months. The deception is invariably shattered during an interaction with law enforcement. In the United Kingdom, it is a strict liability criminal offence to use a motor vehicle on a public road without a valid policy of insurance. The legal concept of criminal intent is largely irrelevant to the primary offense. Ignorance of the fraud is not a valid legal defense, which meant when the police pull you over, the fact that you were scammed does not matter to the courts. You are simultaneously treated as the victim of the fraudster and prosecuted as an offender by the state. When you pass an ANPR camera, the system immediately interrogates the motor insurance database. If your vehicle shows as uninsured because the policy was forged or cancelled, you face immediate severe punitive action at the roadside. The standard penalty includes the insurance of a £300 fixed penalty notice and the mandatory endorsement of 6 penalty points on your driving license. For newly qualified drivers, accruing 6 points within the first 2 years of passing their test results in an automatic, immediate revocation of their driving license. Your mobility and your employment prospects are destroyed on the hard shoulder of the motorway. And to make matters worse, the police possess statutory powers under the Road Traffic Act to seize the uninsured vehicle directly at the roadside. You are suddenly left stranded in the rain. You are now liable for a mandatory £192 impound recovery fee plus a daily storage charge of £26. To recover your seized vehicle, you have 14 days to purchase a completely new, legitimate insurance policy and present the certificate at the impound lot. But the second you tell a legitimate underwriter you have a pending IN10 conviction for driving without insurance, they will either hang up the phone or quote you £5,000. If you cannot afford to buy that policy within the strict statutory timeframe, your car is pushed into the crusher and destroyed by the authorities into a cube of scrap metal. And then the final trap closes. Upon discovering the fraud, the legitimate insurer will load a formal fraud marker against your name onto central industrial databases, such as the CIFAS National Fraud Database. This effectively exiles you from the mainstream financial sector. The presence of a CIFAS marker ensures that your future insurance premiums will be exponentially higher. Your existing bank accounts may be unilaterally closed without warning, and you face the severe denial of mainstream credit, mobile phone contracts, and mortgage facilities for up to 6 years. You are financially ruined before your 21st birthday. The systemic risk of the ghostbroking epidemic reaches its absolute zenith when a victim is involved in a road traffic collision. If you are driving on a fraudulent or voided policy and you cause property damage or bodily injury to the third party, the financial liabilities can quickly escalate into hundreds of thousands or even millions of pounds. Because your policy is fake, the protective shield of the insurance company completely vanishes. You are personally, individually liable. If that third party needs lifelong medical care, the courts will take your car, your savings, and the house you haven't even bought yet. The complex legal architecture governing these catastrophic scenarios rests heavily on the Road Traffic Act 1988 and the regulatory functions of the Motor Insurers Bureau. The MIB is a central fund, capitalised by mandatory levels placed on all UK motor insurers, specifically designed to compensate the innocent victims of uninsured drivers. Historically, under Section 152 of the Road Traffic Act, if an insurer discovered after a crash that a policy had been obtained through fraudulent misrepresentation, like the falsified address data typical of a ghost broker fronting a scam, they could apply to the courts for a formal declaration to void the policy from the beginning. This allowed the insurer to entirely escape their statutory obligation to pay the third-party victim. That changed when significant legislative amendments were implemented in late 2019. Insurers can no longer obtain a post-accident declaration to avoid their liability simply on the grounds of misrepresentation. This means if a ghost broker used false details to secure a real policy, and you cause a massive crash, the insurer is legally compelled to satisfy the judgment and compensate the innocent third party. But what nobody expected was how aggressively the insurers would retaliate. The insurer does not absorb this loss passively. They are granted a powerful statutory right of recovery under Section 151 paragraph 8 of the Road Traffic Act. They will aggressively pursue you, the fraudulent policyholder who caused the accident, to recoup every single penny paid out to the third party. You will face a massive civil recovery action from a major financial institution with bottomless legal resources, resulting in asset seizure and total bankruptcy. The legal situation alters dramatically if the policy was entirely fabricated or was formally cancelled by the ghost broker prior to the accident occurring. In these instances, there is absolutely no active policy in place, so the liability to compensate the innocent third party entirely devolves to the Motor Insurers Bureau. To manage these complex claims efficiently, the MIB handles the claim under internal rules known as Article 75. When an insurer is acting under Article 75, they are legally stepping into the shoes of the MIB as an insurer of last resort. This precise legal distinction was rigorously tested in the landmark Court of Session ruling known as Ian White v. David Arthur and UK Insurance Limited. The June 2025 judgment definitively established that once a policy is successfully avoided and the insurer acts in an Article 75 capacity, they step entirely outside the statutory framework of the Road Traffic Act, which meant they do not possess the statutory right to sue the driver to recoup the funds. Despite these complex legal debates between insurers and the MIB, the overarching economic impact is devastating for everyone. In 2024, the MIB reported that the total cost of claims associated specifically with uninsured driving surged to £452 million. The result is the mandatory MIB levy applied to all UK motor insurers increased to an incredible £507 million. This £500 million burdens ultimately pass straight down to you, systematically inflating the baseline cost of legitimate motor insurance for every honest, legally compliant driver across the country. Recognizing the existential threat ghostbroking poses to market integrity, the City of London Police's Insurance Fraud Enforcement Department has sharply escalated its interdiction efforts, and what they are finding is terrifying. Moving beyond isolated scammers on Instagram, organized crime syndicates are now operating on a highly industrialized business-to-business model. Fraudulent software developers are actively coding fake online portals and smartphone applications that perfectly mimic real digital insurer platforms and police databases. These software packages are sold to frontline fraudsters on the dark web for roughly £200 to £300. These ghost portals are so technically sophisticated that they are specifically designed to deceive frontline police officers who check a driver's phone by the roadside to verify digital coverage. In February 2026, the police launched Operation Henhouse 5. This targeted interdiction resulted in the arrest of 5 individuals across London, including a former Metropolitan Police officer who was heavily linked to the development and sale of these bogus applications. Authorities believe these specific fake apps may have been utilized by tens of thousands of drivers nationwide. It represents a severe escalation, transitioning ghostbroking into a decentralized crime-as-a-service model. When the police do catch the individual brokers, the scale of the theft becomes apparent. A fraudster named Wahidullah Usmani generated over £17,000 by aggressively marketing and selling invalid policies purely via Instagram before being handed a suspended 24-month sentence. Another operation saw a father and son duo generate over £60,000 selling completely fake policies, utilizing highly forged documents before their assets were formally stripped under the Proceeds of Crime Act. The Financial Conduct Authority is also aggressively pivoting towards structural financial crime. While aggregate FCA fines against regulated entities fell recently, they levied massive penalties against institutions failing their anti-money laundering obligations. They hit Barclays Bank with a £39.3 million fine and Monzo Bank with a £21.1 million fine for critical failures in transaction monitoring. These are the exact banking vulnerabilities that ghost brokers directly exploit to launder their illicit premium payments. The UK ghost broker epidemic is a billion-pound criminal enterprise that criminalizes vulnerable consumer demographics and systematically inflates the operational costs borne by honest policyholders. As long as legitimate premiums remain completely unaffordable for young drivers and marginalized communities, the black market will continue to thrive. You have to protect yourself, and that means recognizing the definitive red flags. Legitimate brokers operate secure online portals, verifiable UK landlines, and recorded telephony. Criminal ghost brokers operate exclusively on mobile numbers, direct messages, and encrypted apps like WhatsApp or Snapchat. Legitimate brokers use secure, traceable payment gateways or formal direct debit mandates. Ghost brokers demand direct bank transfers, cash in hand, or peer-to-peer mobile payment apps. A legitimate broker is legally required to be listed on the FCA Financial Services Register and must provide you with a valid firm reference number. A ghost broker will completely refuse to provide one, or they will steal the registration number of a legitimate firm. If you are a young driver staring at a £3,000 renewal quote, do not click on the glossy TikTok advert offering guaranteed passes and no checks required. Keep your older, lower insurance group car. Buy the bullet and install a black box telematics system that rewards safe driving habits with genuinely lower premiums. It feels intrusive, but it is infinitely better than having your car crushed, your license revoked, and a permanent fraud marker attached to your name. Have you ever been approached by a ghost broker on social media, or do you know someone who had their car seized because they bought a fake policy? Drop your story in the comments below. We need to expose exactly how these syndicates are operating in your area, and this community is writing the manual for automotive protection, one comment at a time.